Chiefs Kingdom. Listen to the silence reverberating through the hollowed concourse of Geehaw Field at Arrowhead. Do you feel that? It is the cold, unforgiving shiver of an early January without a playoff game. Since 2014, we have owned the winter. Since 2014, the road to the Lombardi ran through the loudest stadium on the planet. But today, the Red Sea is still. The drums are silent. A 6-11 campaign has stripped the crown from our heads and left us staring into the abyss of uncertainty. We are witnessing the fragility of greatness, the moment where the dynasty breathes heavily, battered by the brutal reality of the NFL parody machine. Our king, Patrick Mahomes, is trapped in the grueling labyrinth of ACL and LCL rehab, and the architects at One Arrowhead Drive are swinging the scalpel. The standard of the Hunt family is non-negotiable, and right now, that standard has been breached. But before we go into the lab and break down the tape, you need to join the Kingdom ranks, subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and let your voice be heard in the comments. Is the Kingdom still the gold standard, or is the throne sliding? I'm reading every single one of your takes. Listen to the brutal truth. The 2025 season was a gash to the soul of this city. 6-11. Read it and weep. We tried to run it back with the squad that fell to Philly, and it was a short-sighted disaster. We were a shell of ourselves, limping to a third-place finish in the AFC West. And then, the purge. Matt Nagy, gone. Connor Embry, gone. Todd Pinkston, gone. But on this Saturday, January 24th, 2026, Andy Reid has officially brought the hammer back. Eric Bieniemy has signed the contract. The architect of the 2018 to 2022 explosion is back in the building. After stints in Washington, UCLA, and Chicago, where he helped lead the Bears to the NFC divisional round with the league's third-best rushing attack, Bieniemy returns to restore the blood and guts to Kansas City. Let's get clinical on the chalkboard, because the tactical layering of this move is massive. In 2025, the Chiefs' offense was stagnant. We're talking about a unit that ranked 20th in yards and 21st in points. We lacked the inside zone violence and the option route nuances that defined the Mahomes era. Bieniemy is the cure. He is a master of the ground game. Working with Ben Johnson in Chicago, he integrated simulated pressure looks into offensive blocking schemes that allowed a rookie like Kyle Monangy to explode. Now, he brings that PhD-level run-blocking philosophy to a Chiefs backfield that desperately needs it. We are talking about 12 personnel mismatch strategies designed to punish cover 2 shells. With Mahomes coming off that ACL tear against the Chargers in Week 15, we cannot rely on scramble drill magic. We need a ground and pound identity to protect the $500 million man. Inside the building at One Arrowhead Drive, the atmosphere is visceral and heavy. One high-ranking AFC executive told me, the Chiefs hiring Bieniemy is a direct shot at their own laziness. They've been soft for 2 years. EB brings the accountability that made them untouchable. If those wideouts don't learn their hot read assignments, he will bury them on the depth chart. A veteran scout whispered, Reid is taking this personally. Firing the position coaches was the appetizer. Bringing back the old guard is the main course. Mahomes needs that familiar, demanding voice in his ear while he's rehabbing with Julie Freimeyer. A third league insider added, the financial implications are a nightmare. We are $52.7 million over the cap. We are 32nd in the league. Moving Jawan Taylor and his $20 million savings is a necessity, not an option. Bieniemy needs a line that doesn't jump early. A fourth source noted, Travis Kelce is beyond ecstatic. He knows the passing game coordinator mindset O'Shea and Bieniemy bring will reopen those intermediate seams he used to own. Finally, an anonymous coach admitted, Mahomes is already hitting the checkpoints, but he's watching film with Bieniemy's voice in his head. The standard is being restored. Think about the biographical DNA. Eric Bieniemy has the grit of a Priest Holmes and the fury of a Christian Okoye. He is the interior devastator of complacency. And look at Chad O'Shea, the new wide receivers coach who got his start here in 2003. He coached the linebackers and the special teams units that made Dante Hall a legend. He is the historical bridge to the Dick Vermeil era. Compare Xavier Worthy's track-breaking speed to the Hall of Fame footwork we saw in the early 2000s. O'Shea is here to turn the track stars into football players. We are at a crossroads. The 2026 offseason is the reckoning. We are facing a roster in flux, a cap deficit that would make a billionaire flinch, and a king on the mend. Patrick Mahomes says he wants to be ready for Week 1, September 10th. That is 9 months from the tear. It is a gauntlet. And the draft? We have the number 9 pick. Dante Moore is staying at Oregon, and Reuben Bain Jr., the 275-pound wrecking ball from Miami, just cemented himself as a top 5 lock. Brett Veach has to be surgical. We need guts. We need vision. We need Bieniemy to reclaim the kingdom. Patrick Mahomes' vision is our North Star, but even he needs a room that can separate. We saw the schematic analysis fail us in those final 6 losses. We saw a lack of explosive plays. Bieniemy and O'Shea are the cure. In 2025, the Chiefs ranked in the bottom third of the league in red zone efficiency. That is unacceptable. We need the mismatch strategies and the inside zone dominance to return. Stay tuned, Kingdom. The off-season gauntlet has just begun. The Red Sea never reconsiders. We reload, we rebuild, we reign. How about those Chiefs? We stand until the final whistle. We fight until the clock hits 0. The kingdom is tested, the crown is bent, but with Bieniemy back in the room, the hunt for the next ring has officially commenced.